Hi, friends. How are we doing? 1 second. Come here. Let me see. This is Miss Emma. She sniffed it. She's so cute. Hi, Bubby. That's you. Oh, that's a dog outside. I'm so sorry. That was probably very loud. Bubby. I don't know if you can hear it, but she's like growling very softly. Go bark at the neighbors downstairs. I'm so sorry. She's not normally so rude. She's a well-behaved puppy, but don't look at me like that. Um, I've had a good Sunday so far, which is really shocking because Sundays usually like suck. The strokes are they're white, they're right, in the sense that Sundays are always so depressing. um, Hi, Miss Emma. Anyway, but today wasn't depressing. It was very fun. So I found an apartment listing on Craigslist. I've been checking apartments.com, Craigslist, and Facebook Marketplace, mainly Facebook Marketplace, but there are a lot of like entitled old people that have their listings there that I don't know, it just seem like really terrible landlords. Craigslist is just a bunch of old people that are just very sweet, from my experience, or just like crazy people. So you really have to just sort through them. You have to filter through. And apartments.com is full of like pretentious young people that are like somehow landlords at the age of like 28, like not the vibe. So I found this listing a couple days ago and I emailed the guy and I was like, "Hey, I love this listing. Can I come see it? Do you have an open house or anything that I can make an appointment maybe or whatever?" And he was like, "Sure." He got back to me really quickly. I messaged him at like 8:57 and he got back to me at 10:14. And I didn't see until like 1:37 in the afternoon because I was playing Silent Hill and I was like, "Freak. I could have responded sooner." But literally, no, it was yesterday. Literally yesterday. I found this listing. I messaged him. He said, "Okay, sure, you can see it. When is a good time for you?" And I was like, "Do weekends work? If not this weekend, maybe next weekend, or I work till 4:30, so if maybe, someday in the afternoon or like evening during the week would be best for you, just let me know." And he's like, "Oh, I can do Sunday. Tomorrow I work until noon, but I can see you anytime from 1 to 3." I was like, "Really?" I was like, at first I was going to say, "How about 2?" And the mom was like, "No, you 1. Show that you're enthusiastic." And I was like, "Okay." I just didn't want to like bother him like right after he got off work, but it was fine. Super cute, super interesting. Definitely has some character. I'm excited that if like I do end up moving into it, I don't know how I'm gonna do a tour because it's like an attic space, so everything is like slanted very strangely, and I don't know if my tripod like I'm 5'2", so I fit fine, but there are certain things that I'm like curious how that's gonna work out. But we'll see. I think it's really cute. I like it. The kitchen is beautiful. Bathroom is huge. It's 750 a month. And that's within my budget, and I was really happy about that. I budgeted with my old budget too, like I'm getting paid more right now because I'm working more hours, but that's not normal. So I budgeted for I think 850 with my old salary just to make sure that, if I do go back to reduced hours, I'm still going to be able to make rent, and I will. So well within budget, doing good. Lots of utilities included. The only thing I have to pay is like internet and I think electricity, but like sewage, water, trash, like all of that like comes included. Um yeah, I'm super excited. It was really cool. I'm glad it went well, and I'm excited to be moving out if that's happening. I'm so excited. Um I was really excited and like I'm also kind of sad at the same time. I think it's just bittersweet, right? I was filling out that application, right, and it was like, "Oh, how long have you been living in your current rental?" And I was like, "Well, I'm still living in my mom's house, and when have I been living in it? Like, how long have I been living in this house?" And we have lived in 3 different places. There was the first one, we were in an apartment complex when I was a wee, And then we lived there for a couple years, and we went to a duplex, and I lived with my mom and my sister, and we did that for a couple years. And then when I was like 12, 11, 11, 12, like fourth grade, I think, um, we moved into this house. It was our first house, my mom's first ever house. She'd always been like a renter, and this was like, thank you to my dead grandparents for the money that you left my mom, because she finally was able to, do what she wanted to do, finally. So that was pretty great. But yeah, we've been here since 2013, and I wrote that on the application. Like, I've been here since 2013, and I was like, wow. Oh, I feel old, but I'm also sad because like I've been here for so long. I have no doubts in my mind that I'm going to miss it just a little bit. Miss my mom and stuff. I'm not gonna be super far away. I'm literally like not even a half hour away. But this is really important. I think me getting out. I've been wanting out literally since I came back from college, but I just financially was not stable enough to do that. And right now I am a little bit. So yeah, very exciting. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things to talk about. Oh, I did this like cool canopy thing with my bed. I bought this quilt. Oops. I bought this quilt from um the Plaza, which is this kind of antique thrift store place near my house, and it has a lot of different vendors. It's like a consignment shop sort of thing. And there was one that had a bunch of these handmade quilts, and they were super cool and had like interesting patterns. So I bought one, but it's not very heavy. So I'm a fan of like thick fuzzy blankets. So it kind of just was like on my bed like as a, oh, it's pretty to look at thing, but not so much a nice thing to cuddle with. And then I was on Pinterest, and I was seeing some like boho chic inspo photos or whatever, and I was like, okay, I kind of vibe with that a little bit, a little bit. You can see me in the mirror. I don't like that. Ew. You can. That's bad. I don't like that at all. Don't look over there. Um, that is distracting me now. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna ignore it. Yeah, the apartment is very much perfectly my size. Like I said, it's very much like an attic unit, and lots of sloping ceilings. And I have a feeling when my boyfriend Bear visits, he is going to be knocking his head into the ceiling a lot. I don't mind it because it feels very much like I'm like a floor dweller. I very much like sitting on the floor. I've had to cut back on that because my dog really gives me bad allergies. Like just holding her there and like kissing her was a really bad idea because sometimes like it's luck of the draw, like Russian roulette. She will break me out in hives and my face will just be red and puffy and I have to take Benadryl and it sucks. But her fibers, despite me vacuuming this carpet, are still stuck in the carpet. And so when I lay on the floor, I get itchy and it sucks. So I can't just like lounge on the floor like I used to. But the carpet in the place is great, brand new. Literally just vacuumed it before we got there. I could see like the vacuum lines, super squishy, and everything is just like perfect for like floor living. Like I'm gonna be sitting on like, I don't know. It just feels like I almost want to like a one of those like Japanese beds. You like roll it out and you roll back up and you put it away. Except I can't really do that because I do have a Western bed that is in place and not going anywhere. But I do think it would be really cool to have one of those. What do they call it? Is it a Murphy bed? No, I don't know. It's just one of those like beds that like tuck into the wall. It's like it looks like a bookshelf or something, and then down it's a bed. I really like those dual purpose kind of things where, because beds like, I have a rule that I don't sit where I sleep. I don't really go on my bed unless like it's late at night or I'm going to bed because I don't want to turn like my bed is like I don't want to say it's a sacred space, but I tend to feel worse if I lay on my bed for too long. So I don't use that as like a chill out center unless it's late at night and then that's almost bedtime, so it's whatever. But I don't want to be on my bed unless I'm sick, I'm taking a nap, or it's late at night. Um, but other than that, like a bed's kind of, I don't want to say it's useless because we do use it like 8 hours a night, but it kind of just takes up a lot of room during the day. And that sucks a little bit. So I really like different areas, like different places that do different things with their beds. Like they just roll them up and put them away. And maybe they're not the most comfortable, but I think there's something really cool about efficiency and being able to, I don't know. I wish I was one of those people that could like chill out on their bed more, but it just like genuinely makes me feel horrible, so I don't do it. Like I can feel the depression monster just being like, "You're laying down, bad things are coming." I'm telling you that. Um, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to talk about, and I don't want to ramble. So yeah, possibly moving out soon. Um, well, where am I in Silent Hill 2 right now? I just Toluca prison. I'm in the prison. Just like um not just, but like I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm in the beginning. I think I'm in the middle of the prison. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I'm having fun. Like, not to say that they developed more on the story in the remake, but it's definitely maybe a little more like. How many times can I say like in a sentence? I don't doubt there were a lot of clues to the story or bits of the story throughout Silent Hill 2. I only played half of it, like the original. I didn't finish it. But it was vague enough and I was playing it with my boyfriend that I was not like super paying attention to everything. So I know the story, right? But the really like small things, I don't really know what's going on, like with the notes, like with the patients in the hospital, right? Like there was kind of a story there, and I didn't really pay attention to that when I was playing the original. But in the remake, I was really trying to puzzle things together and then figuring out what's going on with the uh, hospital director and everything there and kind of connecting. Like, I feel like I just kind of blindly played the original without thinking too hard about what I was doing. Because it always really confused me that, like, you would go from the historical society right to Toluca prison, and I'm like, why? But then, like, it kind of makes sense as you're playing and things are explained and there's more information. And maybe I'm just stupid and the remake is a little more in your face with um the story, and maybe that's good for me, and you know what, that's fine. It's whatever. So yeah, um I think I forget which like part of the prison I'm in. I'm like, I already went behind the snake door and the and the uh cow bull, whatever. I think that leaves like the wingless dove, and I feel like there might have been another one, but I don't remember. So probably gonna play that after this. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Um, oh, also wanted to tell you, I posted a short of the mourning dove outside my window eating the birdseed that I gave him. That got 1,000 views. Why? I'm literally shooting it through my screen. It looks horrible. Like, it's just the darndest things get picked up by the algorithm, and I think that's really interesting. So, anyway, bye. I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you have a good start of your week. We'll get through Monday. I believe it. We can do it. We can do it. Get through Monday. We can do it, and then it'll be Tuesday, and then it'll be Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then it's Friday again. So like, isn't that exciting? Yeah. Bye.